moment for me to be back on your campus today for a very big and great celebration for this academic institution, for this community of Springfield, and for our Commonwealth, and for the region. Now I come here very happy to do so as your Lieutenant Governor to express our appreciation for the individual graduates who have chosen to advance their studies and become more expert in your subject matters. Your talent, your skills, your knowledge are so important for the future success of our Commonwealth. But I also come here as a grateful citizen of this Commonwealth, and more particularly as a mother of my son Bobby, who's 15 years old, and my daughter Judy, who's 13. And when I go home later today and I share with them that I am a doctor of humanities, they will certainly appreciate how accomplished their mother is. And that is clearly, as a mother of two teenagers, you can understand that they will not see it that way. But I just want to express, but on behalf of my family, clearly the future is brighter for my children because of people like you who have chosen specific areas of work that are very impactful on the lives of people. I want to say congratulations to all of you, to your families. We have the benefit of the view of not only your faculty and the graduates, but all of your family here today. And I think there was some concern from the leadership here putting this commencement together, whether the seats would be full. Not only are they full, there's standing room only on the track above. So congratulations to all of you. I wish to thank the trustees for taking a vote of confidence in me and my leadership role, and Chairman Ross for inviting me to be here today to share a few words. And also just to thank President Cooper for her leadership, not only for this institution, but recently she was asked to serve on a special commission for the governor and our team, studying how to better educate students, graduates, around prescriptions and managing pain. No better person to bring that academic perspective to the table. I want to thank her for her input and advice and counsel, because we have led the nation in understanding how to better educate our students to manage pain and to reduce the amount of opiates that are supplied to people in need of help, and therefore combat this opiate epidemic that is still all too prevalent in our communities. So I want to really thank you, Dr. Cooper, for your leadership there, because it's leading the nation. Thank you. I also had a chance to just talk a little bit with Dr. Cooper, and I always am inspired by female leaders taking on important roles and understanding how to balance professional commitments, family commitments, and Dr. Cooper certainly does that so well. Clearly an inspiration to me and to many women in the audience who are trying to balance all of this, and to men who are obviously very supportive to their spouses. And in my family, I couldn't do any of this without a great husband and family who help us balance all of the daily life experiences. And we struggle through that, but we do it together as a team. I want to thank all of you, the graduates, because today you have the opportunity to really think about what your next steps are, and I will touch upon that. But I want to just talk about this particular mission of Springfield College that is so unique to your experience. And what a special gift that this institution gives you today. You earned your degree, you earned the expertise that you have accomplished with what that degree represents. But the mission of educating the whole person in spirit, mind, and body for leadership and service to others is unique to this institution. It is such an incredible and important aspect of your education and who you are. and the ability to go forward and incorporate that not only in your profession, but in your life is really an important accomplishment, because you will be able to make such an impact in other people's lives with the understanding of being able to balance yours. I had the opportunity, as Dr. Cooper mentioned, to visit the campus just a few weeks ago, and more importantly, not only to appreciate the beauty of your campus and the assets that you have here, but to spend some time with the students, asking them how they arrived at deciding to come to Springfield College, how it is to work through the experiences here and what they're thinking about next. But the most important part of the interaction was my close and upfront view of how excited, how enthusiastic, but how positive these students are about their future, about their work, about supporting each other. I thought that was a very obvious accomplishment of these students, how much they wanted to see each other succeed, not only to compete for good grades and do well individually, but to do it together. And the feeling that I left from that group was the feeling of happiness, very satisfied with their work, being on this campus and being with each other. And that pursuit of happiness is obviously something that every one of you is in doing, but they clearly captured it and shared it with me, and I was really grateful for that. So while you are becoming experts in your particular field, I really believe that you've made the decision to be here because you want to be strong leaders, because you want to make your community, wherever it is that you live, whatever circles that you are in, that you do your work or your socializing or your community giving back, you have chosen to be part of this experience, to give back. And I think that's the most important part of it, and that you clearly embody the humanics philosophy. And when I was reading about some of your alum and looking back, you clearly are standing on the shoulders of those who come before you, but you clearly are standing tall because you are able to take your experience here and you are doing more. I had the experience of being with my brother, the first to graduate college in our family. We stood on the shoulders of those who came before us, including my great-grandfather, who immigrated to this country from Sicily back in 1909. And you can think about your own family ancestors and the opportunities that they saw in America when coming here. And my great-grandfather came here with the ability to work hard, work with his hands. He built concrete blocks, a very menial task. But over the course of time, he was able to save his money and start a business that still exists in my family 3 generations later. But I think a lot about his story because I feel a responsibility to stand on the shoulders of those who come before me in my family and to do more. And I think that's obviously very evident today as you have chosen certain pathways. You are standing on the shoulders of your alum, people who came before you at this institution. And clearly we're celebrating you and your success today. So congratulations to all of you. I also think that you stand on such a solid foundation. The foundation that is formed by your faculty, your friendships here at this college, and those that you come in contact with, and obviously your families that have helped you come here. But I think that the tools that are in your toolkit are more because of your experience here. The subject matter expertise is amazing in terms of the kinds of subjects that you've been able to study. And when I was looking at some of the dissertations that your graduates are focused on, the effects of Ventolin supplements on muscle damage, or looking at the police officer's perception of job-related stress and the impact that could have on that person's relationships at home, or understanding the experience of women facing breast cancer, studying these more deeply to come up with solves and better approaches going forward. The ability to work as a team and problem solve, your critical thinking skills, and clearly your social and civic responsibility, all additional tools that you have in your toolkit. And I think it's really incredible, strong foundation that, like my great-grandfather set for my family, this school has set for you. And I think a lot about the foundation because Governor Baker and I have the opportunity to now turn the corner into a second term of office here in this Commonwealth. We had 4 great years to build a foundation for our administration to stand on and move forward. And when I think about the successes of this Commonwealth of Massachusetts, a red-hot economy, not only in Eastern Mass, but in all the regions of the Commonwealth. We continue to be #1 in education and in our innovation economy and in healthcare and healthcare delivery. We shouldn't take any of this for granted, but you ask why. Why is it that a place like Massachusetts is leading, is #1, is on top? And it clearly is because of the talent, because of the people who live here. Well, we are a beautiful state with great communities all throughout. It's people. People are our biggest asset. You, as the graduates of this program, are our assets because you have the skills and the experience and the ability to do the incredible jobs that not only exist today, but preparing for those jobs that are coming at us in the future. And we are successful in Massachusetts because of you, and we can now build on this as we go forward over the next 4 years. And just a few examples that I think are worth really pointing out. The impact that you're having on education, and I think about this a lot as the mother of 2 teenagers. I think a lot about being the mother of a 7th grade girl who I encourage a lot to be expert in science and math and really enjoy learning those subjects. Those are really important areas to focus on. I do a lot of work around STEM and getting that into elementary schools. We can build on that foundation for our education system in Massachusetts. But I think about the investment that we recently made as an administration, putting some of our infrastructure dollars, $1 million, into the EduCare program at the school being built over on Hickory Street. This is a really incredible opportunity. EduCare is a unique program that is focusing early childhood education on urban youth and serving the whole family, the mothers, the fathers, everyone in that family, to make sure that they all succeed, not only their child in that school, but the whole family succeeds. And your students will be learning in that school, like a learning lab with the graduate students, the undergraduate students, how to incorporate better and best practices to help urban youth have the best education, setting their future up for success. How great an opportunity that is for you. But you did that. You wanted to participate there. In Health and Human Services, yes, we have the best healthcare in the country, but it's because of people like you who are serving vulnerable populations, serving as social workers in our Department of Children and Families. Thank you so very much. And really accepting the challenge around the opioid epidemic or mental health and how we can better serve communities that are vulnerable among us. Thank you for becoming experts in this area. Clearly, with our booming economy, it takes people that are expert in business management and finance, and your graduate degrees there will be very impactful in any private or public area in our Commonwealth. Recently, I read the book that Jim Collins put together entitled Turning the Flywheel. And I think about the flywheel a lot as we come here today to celebrate you, but also in my life. He talks about the concept of momentum, pushing that flywheel forward, really hard work to get it started, but then you gotta do certain things to keep that flywheel moving. You already, as graduates of higher learning, are moving your flywheel because you're achieving a higher level of expertise with your degree today. But the idea about how do you keep it moving is really important. For me, in my life, I started off in my career as a lawyer. I didn't expect to be pursuing a career in public service, but it came to me, and it's something that I was really passionate about. I had a number of opportunities along the way to serve, to run for office. I didn't always win. I lost some, and I won some. But in each learning experience, winning and losing, I was able to develop more skills and experience and develop my interest in being more impactful for communities across the state. And ultimately, I've landed in a very special place working alongside of our great governor, Charlie Baker, to do more for this Commonwealth. But I think about that flywheel and I think about you, this next degree is that next achievement. What are you going to link it to next so that you continue to move that wheel forward? Because if you don't think about that next thing, that next achievement, then your flywheel may get stuck. And with all that you have invested in your education, all the time that you've taken to study and become expert, sometimes making sacrifices for personal time with your family or your friends, thinking intentionally about making that flywheel continue to move. And that's when I think about the compass. You have the triangle here to guide you. I think about that triangle or that compass and what's in the middle of that. And that clearly is your passion. That is what makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning and go to work. It's what drives you, it's what motivates you, it's what burns you up inside that you get excited about, your next big thing. And I think that purpose, that sense of purpose in the center of your compass will continue to help you, help me, Dr. Cooper and others continue to see that flywheel move. Clearly in the center of mine is my service to the communities and the people of this Commonwealth. Clearly as a mother with 2 children, Bobby and Judy, and my husband, they are my world. As you know in your own lives how important your family is. They keep you grounded. They motivate me every day to be the best I can be, not only as a professional, but as a mother. And that clearly is in the center of that compass. I think your understanding of the humanics philosophy, that special gift given to you as part of that degree, is really in the center of your compass and will help you continue to move forward. So I would say, as you continue to think about things going forward, I would ask you to think about your approach as well. Governor Baker and I, over the past now 5 years, have led this Commonwealth. And one of the things that I learned a lot in working with the governor is while we are accomplishing specific things and making a difference for people in this Commonwealth, and you will as well, I think the approach to how you conduct yourself and how you do business and how you work is equally as important. We have chosen to focus on our work and less on the politics and the noise that distracts you from the work. We have focused on the collaboration, building bridges, working with others, working as a team, not worrying about who gets credit for what, but really focused on working together to get the job done. And there's a lot to show for that. So I think as you move your flywheel forward, as you continue to put your shoulder behind your effort, it's how you treat people every single day, how you work with others, that will really be right there in the center of your compass as you continue to succeed and make a difference in people's lives. You're at the exact moment in time, literally, where you're recalibrating your compass and you're thinking intentionally around where you will go to make the biggest impact in people's lives. And boy, are we excited for you and grateful for you, and know that you will continue to make that difference. So I have one final request, and then it's your time. Okay, so my request is this, to bring it home. Now I know we have some graduates here in Connecticut and New York and other places. I've got to be a little bit intentional about this Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Bring it home. Literally bring it home to the communities that have been good to you. Lay your roots even deeper into the communities and neighborhoods of this Commonwealth. Keep us moving ahead as a state and leading the way in so many areas. Join President Cooper in helping us battle the opioid epidemic. Help give students the best quality education across the board. Support people in need of care with the best treatment and therapies and outcomes that they deserve. You have options, you have opportunities, and you have the responsibility to continue to make a big difference. So just go fly, have a great time today. Congratulations.